everyone, it's Martina and today I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be reorganizing my SF9 binders. I'm really excited about this. This has been something I've been wanting to do for literally months and I just haven't gotten around to it, so here I finally am. So this is my 2-inch binder. This is where I have all my SF9 inclusions and larger items. If you watched my SF9 collection, this hasn't changed at all. And then this is my little Fantasia hologram from the 4th gen fanship kit. This is where I had all my PCs in, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is now empty. I took everything out of here and finally sleeved it, so this is empty. So I'm going to be moving all the PCs from here back into this binder. And I did not realize how many SF9 PCs I had, because I don't collect like OT9, you know, I just collect what I pull, but I guess because I have like a lot of sets from like, be it fanship kit or season's greetings or the photo book or whatnot, and so like I have a lot of photo cards. There's a lot of stuff on the side that you can't see that I need to put in this binder. So one, I realized I didn't put in any of this these virtual play little sheets, so I want to do that if I have room. Oops. And I don't even tell. So I have all these are photo cards of SF9. I've like, these are what my sleeves came in, and I just kind of like restacked them. So like, all these photo cards are just from the photo book, right? That's this stack just from their photo book. All of these in here are all their album PCs that I have in order. These are ones I got when I was in Korea, and then the 3rd gen fanship kit, and then in here is the 4th gen fanship kit, the 2nd gen lightstick cards, the season's greetings photo cards, and the virtual play album. And I have this stack of all the turnover stuff I just unboxed, not just a couple days ago. So I have all that stuff to put in this binder, plus I need to redo the stuff that is in there. So this video basically is going to be long. Like, look at that. That's a large stack of photo cards, and that's not even including my turnover stuff. So yes, it took me forever to sleeve this. Oh, I forgot this Chatty one. It took me forever to sleeve all those PCs. I had to buy more sleeves. I had to buy more 9-pocket sleeves. I had to buy a lot of stuff just because like I said, I wasn't really aware with how much stuff I have. And I also have some more sleeves for stuff just in case I need them. I probably will put some of the larger inclusions in here if I can. And yeah, we'll just kind of see how it works out. I have a couple more like storage pages, so hopefully I can do it a little better. I just yeah, it's just a mess, and I haven't actually thought about how I'm going to organize it really, other than like my actual like photo cards which go in the 9-pocket pages. So this is going to be a little interesting, like, because this is like my in song page, and then the rest is like kind of in order. Oh no, you damn. But like, these pages like aren't my favorite, like for these things, because then everything's like sideways. I don't necessarily like when they're sideways, and yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a time. So yeah, this video is gonna be really long. I'm debating on whether or not to talk through it or like fast forward. I'll probably do maybe a combination of the two, because I talk a lot, and like regardless, like this is gonna be a super long video, even if I speed up me like putting all the photo cards and pages. So yeah, I'm not sure. I have all my sleeves or all my pages and stuff set aside. So yeah, I hope someone enjoys this video. Like I said, I personally really like these videos of people like sorting and organizing their collections and like redoing it. So hopefully you guys do too. You know, just put this on the background, you know, grab some popcorn, sit down. It's gonna be a while. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the actual sorting and reorganizing. So I'm gonna sit through this video because I will break my back if I have to bend over for this long. So I've centered everything as of right now in the frame. Hopefully the glitter's not too bad. And yeah, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna start by taking out this stuff. And I'm probably just gonna take out all the inclusions from the pages and try to sleeve what I can. And then I'll do this like fast forwarded or something. I don't know. But like, see, like these I think should work with a lot of these. And then, yeah, we'll see. I got everything out of this binder basically. These like these were what the stands came in and I kept them just in case. These FNC wow things, like, do I really need these? No, especially not to keep up like these nice pages. And then these are just fan-made photo cards, so I don't need this stuff in my binder. I'm gonna put it aside for now, and then we'll see what happens. Over here I have all the pages I took things out of. I left some things, as you saw, in their pages, like these photos. But I have new pages, which they're not the 3, they're like the 2, which I may or may not put them in, but, and then these are already in like the heavy duty page protectors, so I'm gonna keep these, and I'm gonna keep this like so. Oops. Again, this is like, I'm like, should I just take this stuff out? Like, I don't really need it in my binder. I could just put it in that box where I have all my boxes. Like, again, like, do I need this? I could just put this back in the RPM album, like, so I don't know. I don't know about some of this stuff. We'll see, because I know this binder's gonna fill up all the way to the top once I put everything else in here. I don't use these page protectors anymore. These I might use. So the stuff I took out is stuff that I'm either gonna move to new pages where I just need to sleeve or whatnot. I want to put this up on my shelf eventually. I just got a new bookshelf, so I have some more room. I haven't reorganized my stuff, so I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on sleeving this stuff if I can fit in a sleeve. These are all the things, and these are like the sleeves I got. They're bigger than just a normal photo card, as you can see, so I probably should have checked. These look like they were gonna fit, but now I'm like, that's like super close. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't think this is gonna work. I should have checked that before I took them all out. I'm literally never gonna be able to get this out of the sleeve. Jesus. Also, like, there's this like little tiny thing up top, but I can't push it any farther. But I do like that it's protected. We'll see if I can put the rest of these in these sleeves. hopefully, because if not, I don't know how I'm gonna get this out. In general, I don't know how I'm gonna get this out in the future, so like. So yeah, I'm gonna work on sleeving this stuff and fast forward, and then I'll be back with y'all in a little bit. Okay, so I finally got these all sleeved. You probably couldn't even see it because I did it mainly off camera. It was a struggle. Some of these went on easier than others. I'm not sure if the cards are very slightly different sizes or the sleeves are both. Probably both. Yeah, that was a really big struggle, but I'm glad I got them sleeved because these are really cool photo cards, and you know, you can't get them anymore. They're pretty, I feel like they're pretty rare. And they're really meaningful because I got them at their Universe concert in Korea, and then I like traded with people like in Korea to get like the full set. So and they all look nice, and so now they'll just be like protected. This is my favorite set of 9 that I have, like, of anything, even though they're not even photo cards. These lenticulars are my favorite, so I'm glad that is done at least. And now we have this huge pile. It's me.
Yeah. Baby 뭐가 뭔지 모르겠어. 어지럽고 뱅뱅 돌아. 현실이야 꿈인 거야. No no 헷갈려. 네 얼굴 뒤엔 빛이 비춰. 여주인공 아우라. 몸이 어떻나 봐. 입술이 뻗었나 봐. 정신 차리고 말 좀 해. Ready ready go. 내 심장이 타타타타타. 정신줄을 놔놔놔놔놔. 나만의 여신이야 너만 나를 무장하게 해. 내 사랑이 타타타타타. 자존심은 놔놔놔놔놔. 난 전부터 fall in love. Let it go, let it go. Love me, love me, love me, yeah. Love me, love me, love me, yeah. 비스듬한 비추는 실루엣 사람 여러 망쳐. 시선이 감겨 더는 불안 yeah. 신경 쓰여다 다른 말할까봐 입을 못대 상상으로 stop. 부글림 번짐도 가시지 않은 아픈 반복인 거라면서도 난 네 손목에 펴 이니 꽃이 떠올려 널 따라가고 있는 난 이 불이 절대 못 꺼. 사라지기 전 고백해. Ready ready go. 내 심장이 타타타타타. 정신줄을 놔놔놔놔놔. 나만의 여신이야 너만 나를 무장하게 해. 내 사랑이 타타타타타. 자존심은 놔놔놔놔놔. 난 전부터 fall in love. Let it go, let it go. Love me, love me, love me, yeah. Love me, love me, love me, yeah. 시간 속에 찾은 너도 빠르게 내 몸이 타도 불길의 방향은 너에게 안착할 거야. 남에게 안착할 거야. 지금 내 기분을 가늠하시 나요. 쫙 빼입은 제 기분은 oh yeah. 1, 2, 3 용기 내볼게. 솔직히 빠지는 걸. 1, 2, 3 너에게 걸어.
Okay, so I now have all this stuff sleeved that I can. So most of it did fit in these. I have some larger photo card holders, which I used for this Japanese photo. And then like some of these longer ones that are skinny, I just put the one I currently use with the larger one. I originally bought these bigger ones for sleeving, but they don't really fit in my 9-pocket sleeves. So then I bought these other ones off Amazon, but they work nice because, as you can see, there's like quite like a bit of space. I don't know, like a quarter of a centimeter maybe. And so it makes sleeving these longer inclusions nice. So these ones over here, I don't know if you can really see those, since didn't fit. Some of these I knew they wouldn't, but I just wanted to change up what they were in. And I'm gonna take off the string for those eventually. But yes, so now I'm like just trying to think of how I actually want to put this in. I don't know, like with my Stray Kids binder, I have it organized basically chronologically, which I can do now, and I think I kind of want to do it, but I'm wondering if I should just put all my photo cards like together and then like the larger inclusions, or if I just want to like put it chronologically like I normally do. And then it'll be just kind of random. I don't know. I don't know, because it's hard because so many of their albums come with inclusions, so this is kind of other stuff. Really, these aren't album inclusion. These are all album inclusions. This is not an album inclusion. These are all album inclusions. These aren't album inclusions. So I don't know. I think I might, because how I did it before is I just had all the photo cards in the front, and then I think I had all the album inclusions before I moved it over to the other binder. I don't know. I'm just gonna see how it works out, because then I also have like this random like huge Mamma Mia one, like doesn't quite go with the vibe, you know? I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, I'm just kind of like I don't know how I want to do this, so I guess we'll see. I'm just trying to put all these inclusion things to the side where they won't get all messed up. I'm gonna stick them up here. I don't know. So I'm gonna take all these other sheets too. I'm gonna just put them to the side for now, because I will deal with those later. So I need to get out some page protectors. Where did I put them? Just gonna grab out a stack. And then I have some of my larger filler cards, and then I don't really need those right now, but then I have all these paper filler cards, which I've cut out, which were in my Stray Kids binder, or just extras I have. These are the pocket sleeves I use. I buy them off Amazon. I don't know what they're called off the top of my head, but I like these. I like this style. So yeah, I don't use like Ultra Pro or anything like this. They're pretty cheap. I can get, it's $450, so there's 59 page things for like $10, I think, which I think is like a pretty decent deal, but yes. So I'm gonna start off, these are all the album PCs, and then I'm gonna add in from over here, these are my turnover PCs. So these are my album PCs. Like I said, I only keep who I pull. Also, I was looking back, and I do have like a decent on Joe, but I definitely pulled a crap ton of him during my turnover unboxing. If you happen to watch that, I posted kind of late, but I'll link that down below and up in the corner. So since I don't collect OT9 and I don't collect a specific member, I don't know like what the best way to do this. I mean, I want to do it in order, but like I don't want to break up like Sensuous, right? Because there's 4 of these cards, like, but do I put everything down here? I don't know, because then I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But again, then like, I don't know. I have enough stuff for a whole page for RPM, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, this will be its own page. Okay, Good Guy Glorious and Special Edition album could be its own page. All these turnovers can be their own page, so now it's just I think I'm gonna put Sensuous and Narcissist on their own page just because I don't want to split it up. So I'm gonna like this. I kind of like it like that. It's like kind of weird. I mean, maybe, but like 6 is like kind of hard. Whatever. We're just gonna do it like this for now. If I don't like it, I can always change it later. What is your guys' favorite era? Let me know down below. I first discovered SF9 right after Easy Love came out, and I like kind of stood them, but then I didn't. And then, because I kind of got out of K-pop, because I had just gotten into K-pop, and I only stood VIX at the time, and I was like, I can't betray VIX, I can't like another group. I actually got into SF9 because VIX, from VIX, was on Lipstick Prince with Rowan, and I remember he did some interview, and they were like, what rookie group do you like? And he's like, I really like SF9. I've gotten to know them from Rowan being on Lipstick Prince. So then I was like, oh, I guess I gotta check out SF9. And I had actually watched some snippets from Lipstick Prince. Yeah, I think it looks nice. And I like fell in love with SF9. See, I like this too because now I can see the back of these photo cards because they're kind of cute. Like, I like seeing it all. Like, look at a little Dawn signature, or like they look cool. So these have 6 again, and they're again kind of like paired up. So I think I'm just gonna go like this again. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, oh, I can't betray VIX and stand another group. And then I remember there was KCON in LA. And I nearly went because VIX was going, and I was so excited because I'm like, oh my god, VIX. And my parents like, oh no, don't spend all that money to fly out to LA just for a concert. I had a friend ready to go with me and everything. And then I was like, oh my god, SF9's going too. And of course they ended up performing the same day. I watched their like online concert, they like streamed it. Anyways, that was in 2017. I still have regrets about not going. But you know, it's okay. Whatever. But yeah, so I kind of, after that, kind of got out of SF9 a little bit, or just K-pop in general, because VIX wasn't having a comeback. I wasn't on Stan Twitter at the time, you know. And so I actually was looking back at SF9 because I did follow them when I first got into them on Instagram, and I liked their photos when they were like preparing for O Sole Mio, but I somehow completely missed it. That comeback, which I don't know how. Probably just because I didn't stand them and I just, you know, was new into K-pop. And I think I at one point ended up unfollowing them, like right around O Sole Mio comeback came out, because I'm dumb. And then Mamma Mia came out. I missed that comeback too, but I got back into SF9. I started like looking them up right after Mamma Mia promotions wrapped, and I love Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia is my favorite SF9 song. I don't know if it still is, but it was for years. Which is weird. It's not normally like my vibe, and I know like I don't like the way a lot of the members look in that music video, but I love that music video. So, and I was like, I'm gonna stand SF9 now. So that's when I officially like started standing SF9. But sorry, I'm really struggling with this jewel photo card. I somehow still missed Sensuous comeback because I'm a idiot. And yeah, when I first was into K-pop, and I mean honestly kind of still, I kind of go in waves where sometimes I just kind of like don't feel it. So VIXX had their comeback with Sentis, and then like look at how pretty these are. So I'm all over the place with Sentis, and then I was like into K-pop, but then I went out and my phone was stolen, which had all my K-pop music downloaded and like all my photos and everything. And basically when I got my new phone, I never ended up re-downloading that stuff. So I just like wasn't listening to K-pop at the time. Oh, this is the order. And I'm gonna put these in the middle. Way to be like this. And I kind of think I want maybe I want these in the middle to break it up a little bit. Would that be nice? Yeah, maybe. Sorry, I kind of forgot where I was on my storytelling. I don't know when this became a storytelling thing, but oh yeah, so my phone was stolen. I just didn't re-download my K-pop stuff, and I just kind of got out of it a little bit again. And of course I went back, and I had liked stuff leading up to Sensuous comeback too. But somehow again, yet didn't realize like that was like a comeback or something. I don't know. And I was like on Twitter at the time too, but like I kind of stopped being on Stan Twitter. So yes. And actually that would have been fall 2018, my senior year of undergrad. And I decided when I got into SF9 in the fall or spring of 2018 that I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna take Korean. Because I thought about taking Korean fall 2017 when I first got into VIXX the year prior, but I didn't, and I was like, you know what, I got extra time in my schedule, so you know what, I'm just gonna take Korean just for fun. And so I started taking Korean, and I was like, I'm not even really into K-pop anymore, why am I doing this? But anywho, I was doing it, and I was kind of like, meh, you know, just like, dude, I'm like, oh, I don't know, why am I doing this, you know? I'm a senior taking Korean 1, like beginner level Korean with a bunch of freshmen for their lib eds. But I'm really glad I ended up doing it. And finally, after about like a month or two, I want to say like mid-October, I was finally like, you know what? I'm going to start listening to K-pop. I re-downloaded the K-pop on my phone. And I started listening to mainly just VIXX and SF9. That was all I really mainly downloaded. And I was like, dang, you know what? I'm like, what's SF9 been up to? And I found out they had the Sensuous comeback, which again, promotions just wrapped. And I was so mad I missed that, because literally Sensuous comeback, like they look amazing. Like Mamma Mia is like my favorite song, but like Now or Never, I'd probably say was my second favorite song, or is my second favorite song. I say was, because I think it's changed now, but I don't really know the order. But they look so good. And like Center Hwiyoung, what the hell? He looks so good. So originally, Insong and Hwiyoung have always been my top two, basically. Well, for a little bit, Jaehyun became my top two during RPM era, actually. But after like Sensuous seeing that, Hwiyoung bumped up to my number 1, and Insong moved down to number 2. Originally, Insong was number 1. I think that looks good. And I was so upset. I was like, you know what? Never again am I unfollowing a group, and I'm not gonna ever miss anything again. Obviously, if you can imagine, I have, but like a little bit, but like, and yeah, so basically I got really into SF9. I asked for their albums for Christmas. I got Mamma Mia and Now or Never albums. Put my first SF9 inclusion, which was actually that large Hwiyoung poster thing from Mamma Mia. See, this is a little different because I have 7 now, and these are all together. I don't want to split them up, so maybe I'm gonna go like this. That looks kind of dumb though. I guess I'm doing like this. I don't know. I don't really like the way this looks, but whatever. And yeah, so then I finally was like, you know what? I'm gonna find fantasy mutuals on Twitter. And so I started making, like, getting friends with people and started like really getting involved in fantasy stan Twitter, which was good because then I like was in the loop with like what was going on. And anyways, so I got in again, you know, like November 2018 was when I like really like, that's like when I haven't like, you know, missed out and stuff, but like, well, I have a lot of regrets when it comes to SF9, honestly. Like, they're my old group, and I don't know, I just feel like guilt, which I feel like you shouldn't feel guilt over a K-pop group. Like, you know, it's supposed to be like a fun hobby, but I feel guilty. I love these boys like with my whole being, and I feel guilty, and I feel like that's a sign that like this is like an obsession, which again, K-pop shouldn't be. I mean, I know I'm obsessed, but like literally my first Twitter username was Vix Obsessed. It's really bad. I changed it. I think it's better now. I don't know if it's great, but ooh, that's kind of nice looking. But yeah, and then they announced that they were having their Enough comeback. I was like, what is the name of that song? Which was awesome. And then see, I can put all this, I guess I'll just put all this like this for now, kind of in order, and then age order, or like SF9 keynote, and then the pre-order benefits. But I'm getting 3 more versions of these plus the pre-order benefits, so I think when that happens I'll move, or maybe should I just do it now, put the keynote and these pre-order benefits on their own page. I'm just gonna go ahead and preemptively prepare for that. Sorry, this is not making very good storytelling when I keep like switching topics all the time. But because yeah, I will be getting one more white like SF9, so there'll just be one blank spot. So I was super excited for that. That was my first official like comeback, like actually like a fan. Like I was a fantasy prior to that, but I just missed all their comebacks. So, you know, like I say, like it's kind of weird to say like I became a fantasy in like March 2018 when I missed their comeback in August, but like I think that's kind of like when I officially kind of consider myself fantasy. That's when I like really got in and like watched all their stuff, like, you know, school and all that stuff, and like really officially learned all the names and all that stuff, and like watched a ton of their stuff. But then it was like October, November 2018 again when I like, that was, you know, and yeah, so. And then they announced they were having a US tour, and I like flipped out because they were going to Chicago, and it was on a Friday, and I could go, and I went, and it was amazing. It was a life-changing experience. Honestly, one of the best days of my life. They were like, I thought my expectations were too high, but they literally like met all my expectations. Like their singing sounded as good in person. They looked just like they did online. Like, you know, I don't know what I was expecting. They acted like their personalities are the same. They're just amazing, wonderful human beings. And yeah, and then that's when Huiyang was my bias when I went in there, and then I was like, you know what, no, and song back to number 1, Jane number 2. Huiyang dropped down to 3 because I don't know, Jane was just like someone else. And Jane stayed number 2 throughout when I went to Korea, because then I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm going to Korea. I need to follow my K-pop dreams. And just, you know, I had a thing where I got a gig to teach English there over the summer. That's what I did. You know, if you want to go back to my older videos on this channel, I originally like made some videos when I was in Korea just because I was bored, because I didn't have like friends, really, because I wasn't there that long. And I wasn't fluent in Korean because, you know, a little bit of Korean doesn't do you that much, like 2 semesters in college. But it was a fun time. I got to see SF9's pre-show recordings. I got to see them in the Universe concert in Seoul. Like, I should have gone and tried for a fan sign, but I was too scared because I was like, I'm not fluent in Korean and I'm in Korea. Like, I don't want to go and be that like one random like American that can't speak Korean. So, because I talk to people on Twitter, and like they're like, yeah, whenever they see like a foreigner, you can tell some of them get like nervous because basically, you know, they're not, some of them like are that great English, which, you know, when you're K-pop group in Korea. Like, you don't need to be good at English, you know? I mean, now it's more Western, but like, and I just was too nervous, and so yeah, didn't apply. And then of course Rowan got in Extraordinary You, and they like blew up, especially with Good Guy, and they got their first win, which is amazing. Love that. Glorious, amazing too. And then there was a special history book, and I don't know what the deal was. I was on Twitter still. I just wasn't like as active on Twitter because I started vet school in fall 2019, and that was stressful. And then over the last summer, I was working 3 jobs, 1 full-time and 2 part-time jobs. I was working so many hours, and I was just really burnt out. And then they announced like the special history book, and I was like the beginning of 2nd year of vet school, which is like the hardest year of vet school. And I'm a member of the fan caf. Like, I pay for the fan club subscription. I've been, you know, 3rd and 4th gen, but I missed, like, I don't know how I missed it, because I just like wasn't really, I only would go on like Twitter to see like what like official like SF9 like fan club and like, you know, their channels and like Vixes and like, you know, were updating. But I didn't see where you could like fill out the stupid Google form and get your name at the end of that music video. And I didn't do it, and then all of a sudden it came out, and everyone's like, oh my god, I found my name. And I was like, wait, what is this? And I was like, did I fill this out and forgot? And I like zoomed in, and there was a Martina, but they had a different they put their last name, and it was not my last name. And I literally cried. I was so upset. I was like, how could I not do, like, they made this music video for fantasy, and I felt like such a fake fan. Like, oh god, that's like something that has a lot of guilt for me. I don't know, again, like, should it be? Like, no, I don't think it should be. Like, I don't think I should feel that much guilt, like, to where I'm crying over, like, feeling like I'm not a valid fan. Like, I don't know. Emo. Again, not, like, trying to be, like, weird, but I'm just, like, talking while putting this stuff away, you know, my story time with SF9. You know. Oh, yeah, I think I'm gonna do it like this. This is like my Korea page. So my first pre-show recording, I got these Young and In Song broadcast photo cards, and then I also got the light stick, and I pulled this JU one, which was amazing because those are my top 3. And then these are the little Polaroids I got from buying merch. Every like 30,000 won, you got like a Polaroid, and I traded a couple. I think I got Rowan or Chatty, and someone really wanted them, like a Korean fantasy, and they were like so distraught, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll take your jewel. I was like, I like them all. I was like, I like jewel. So yeah, and I got my top 3 obviously at the time. But yeah, so anyhow, and especially after that, I was like, you know what, this can never happen again. I was like, no, never. So I don't know, I've been okay thus far. I haven't, like, you know, applied for any fan stuff. I thought about it with some of these online video calls, because like they're meant more for, or like they're aware that like international people are gonna win. Like, you know, when you're in Korea, you're not expecting like people to, like, you know, from not Korea that can't speak English to show up. Like, you know, I mean, obviously I sometimes do, or like, you know, there's foreigners living in Korea, but like, it's not as expected. So sometimes I think about doing it, but, you know, I bought this, like, you know, a couple albums, but I haven't won anything, and I don't know. But I really want to talk to In Song, because like I said, he's my ult, and he's gonna enlist anytime pretty soon. I guess now they've announced they're gonna do a second comeback end of this year, but yeah. I watched all of SF9 with Kingdom. I woke up every day to watch Kingdom. You know, keeping all our teardrop promotions. I watched them. I woke up and I was live streaming their first ever win for Good Guy. Like, their first ever win in general, but like, you know, I was awake for that. So I'm really glad I woke up for that. Their second or third one, I slept through, but I was awake for the other one. I think it was their second one I accidentally slept through. I was like, oh my god, they won. And then I think I was awake for the third one. Or opposite, I don't know. But I cried when SF9 won. I literally cried. I was so happy when they finally got their first music show win. my trunk was so long, and I don't know, they wanted so bad, and I don't know. Unfortunately, I didn't get them a win for Teardrop, but hopefully maybe their next comeback. Yeah. But yeah, so now we're getting into all this. Oh, I managed to just pick it up. This is their third fanship kit, which I ordered right before I got to Korea, and then I didn't get it at my house until after I left Korea. Yeah, their photo cards are all different sizes too for like all the different things, like albums and like different fanship kits, and you know, they're all just like slightly different. It kind of bothers me. Like I especially noticed that when they were in the other album, because some of them like wouldn't even like stick all the way in little pockets. So, but yes. But anywho, so yeah, that was like a very long run-on story about my like history with SF9. You know, nothing super exciting. Obviously, I've spent a lot of money on that. And I've got to see him in concert twice, you know, in Korea. I got to see my Universe, and then the Unlimited concert in Chicago. I blanked on the name of that. And then I got to see my 2 pre-show recordings in Korea, which both had like little mini fan meetings afterwards, and both times they bought everyone ice cream. And the second one was on my birthday, which was amazing. It was the best birthday ever. July 20th, 2019. So it was just my 2 years that happened. And that was super exciting. And they like did a thing where they're like, we want to see fantasies. So they decided to like walk around. And there's only me and one other person who were there that weren't like Asian. Like there were some of the people there like weren't like Koreans, but they were from Asia. Me and one other white person. My friend actually met on Stan Twitter. So I feel like we stood out a little bit, but and I was like, I didn't realize like when you like went to fill it out, because I should have been able to get a spot and I never did. I always had to get on the wait list. That they had released the form early and you had to wait until a certain time. I thought it was just like you fill the form out as fast as you can once it dropped. But no, if you filled it out too early, you like wouldn't get in. And so I always filled it out as soon as it dropped. I didn't realize till after both those times. I was like, oh. So yeah, we were both there. Or no, not the second one. I don't think they were there at the second one. Second one, another different friend I met from Twitter was there, but she was Japanese, so because yeah, I met up with her. The first fan meeting, yeah, no, I think I was the only non-Asian there, because you know, like, I don't know, SF9 wasn't super big internationally. I mean, they still aren't the most. But yeah. So yeah, I was in the very like last row, and like they started walking around, and I was like saying all their names kind of like when they were walking by, you know, nothing like super much. And I was like, oh, In-sung, and I swore he looked at me. I don't know if he did. He might not. He might have just looked in my direction, but I swore we made eye contact with him, and I think like 2 other members, but I can't remember who. Obviously, I like but. And like my heart melted. I was like, oh my god, this boy's love my life. And then it wasn't until like it was at the Universe concert, and I was heartbroken that In-sung like broke his sternum, so it couldn't be in the concert. And I was like, what the heck? I bought this fan sign slogan. I was so excited. And it wasn't in it. And I had a feeling, and I was really hoping that he would like show up at some point in the encore, and he like surprised everyone. And all the members started crying, and everyone around me started crying, like all the fans, and I started crying. Like I like literal tears, like bawling. I was so upset, like, and happy, but like upset, like, you know, because I was like really excited to be there. And like Dawn was crying a lot, and like, and that's like when I realized I was like, this boy, he's one. He's my ult. Living song with my whole being. He is my ult of ults. My number one. He's hilarious. I love him. Amazing. I want to talk with him so bad. But I already spent too much on K-pop and I don't want to like spend a bunch of money just for like a 30-second, you know, video call that, you know, in 90 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever. With just one person or, you know, all of them or whatever. I'd be fine just doing one. I mean, I feel like I'd get a better shot, but it's also kind of popular, so I don't know. But logically, I think, you know, this is their job, you know, they're supposed to do like fan service, you know, they're supposed to act like they're your friends. We're not their friends, right? We're fans. They love us, they love fantasy, they care deeply about us. Like, I believe like the idols I see and truly do care deeply about their fans, but like, you know, and they like to see us happy, obviously, but like, it's not going to be a life-changing experience for them to talk to me like once, you know, 90 seconds. Would it be for me? Yeah, probably. But like, you know, if I like was actually like living in Korea and was able to go multiple fan signs and they like actually like, you know, maybe would start to recognize me. Yeah, but like, a one-off thing ain't gonna, you know, do it for them. But I don't know. I want to, but especially with everything, you know, Insung and Youngbin are gonna go off pretty soon to the military. They still have a couple of things for like the turnover stuff, and I'm like always like, oh darn, I'm really tempted, but I already bought 2 of each of the versions of the albums, minus the Kino. And I'm like, normally I only buy 1 version of all the albums for every group. I used to not even buy multiple versions of the albums. I used to just buy 1 version of the albums, you know. I've slowly gotten more and more obsessed with K-pop, and I spend way too much money. That's why I live in a place where my rent is cheap, like this house, which doesn't have air conditioning, which sucks in the summer. But yeah, so I'm like, I'm tempted. Like last fall or like winter, they had like glorious things, and some people got into fan sign with like 1 album, and I was like, damn it, I should have bought them. But I was like, I don't want more glorious albums, because then, you see, that's then I'll tell myself, and then I'll be one of those people that buys like 60 albums, and then I won't get in, and then I'll be out a crap ton of money and have 60 albums, and like, what would I do with that? Like, you know, I don't know. Like Stray Kids, people will like buy photo cards and stuff. And other people don't buy photo cards or like collect stuff for SM9, but they're just not like as big, so it's like, you know, if I were to do that, it'd be like hard to get rid of that stuff. I don't know, I just don't want to. I'm trying to think logically still, and not just with like my heart, you know, because like I said, I'm a full-time student. I'm in a lot of debt already. I don't need to be more debt from a K-pop, but yes. These are from the photo book. Also, I did say that, but I'm just in like story time telling them right now. So I forgot the photo book came with 3 pre-order photo cards, and then all these little crown things I want to hang up. So I guess I'll do pre-order, and then like these group ones. Sorry, my mom texted me. But yeah, this video is already like an hour long. I'm gonna speed through part of it, but I've been talking like the last 30 minutes, so oof, I'm sorry. I guess if someone doesn't really like want to watch through the whole thing, they could just like put it on like double speed and like put their own background music on. But yeah, I forgot where my train of thought was, but end of the day, I love SF9. Like I said, they're my friends. Do I have regrets with them? Yes. Like I said, I feel guilt towards them, which I don't think, like, again, logically, I'm like, why should I feel guilt? I don't feel guilt with, you know, like, American or Western music artists I stand, but I don't buy any of their stuff. I don't know. I feel like I've gained a lot from, like, K-pop, like happiness and stuff, because it's like a fun hobby and I've met great people and I love watching everything. And so like I just want them to do well and stuff. But again, like also I'm like, well, this is their career, you know, like that's the whole thing about K-pop. They want you to feel this way, so you keep giving them money. Like at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Might not want to believe it, but like, you know, that's what it's about. So, and I get that. I know that logically, but it's hard, you know. It's hard to separate, you know, logic from emotion. So okay. I think I also can. But yeah. So anywho, that was enough of a little rambling story time. I'm gonna fast forward the next little bit until I get most of these put away, I think. And then we'll kind of see where we are. It's like getting kind of late and my lighting is kind of going away, so I might either have to continue this tomorrow or the lighting is just gonna suck for part of this video, so we'll see. Say like how I put the 4th gen fanship kit, because like the way they had it when I opened it, it was like Young Bing, Insung, Jaehyun, Down. Like they didn't have them in like 2 sets, so obviously I wanted to split them for sets. So I put the white shirts all in one, so they were in like all white. And then all of these, they have like a little bit of color, and like, you know, you see the backs, there's like blue, yellow, and pink. And so it was like, oh, Youngbin has a little bit of blue. Insung's cardigan's kind of yellow. Jane's wearing pink. Dawn's wearing yellow. Roll's wearing blue. Ju is wearing yellow. Taeyang's wearing pink. Kwang's wearing like pink and blue stripes. And then Chani has a yellow hat. So that's kind of how I decided. So I have the white outfits and then the pops of color. Which now that I'm looking at the bag too, this bothers me. This is such a random like thing. I wish it was all like all pink, all yellow, all blue, or like pink, yellow, blue, pink, yellow, blue, pink, yellow, blue, or just looked a little better than that. Cause yeah, it bothers me a little bit, but you know, that's just a me thing. It's not like that big of a deal, but I mean, I do really like the backs of these. Oh, what is on here? But yeah, I think they have them like that because that's like the units, how they were for like their little photo book, but I don't know, man. Things are hard.
stop tonight. 심장 소리 들리니 날 가득 채울 멜로디. 어둠 속에서 빛을 잃지 말아줘. 내 손을 꼭 잡아줘. 지금 이 느낌에 너를 맡겨. 어제와는 다른 판타지. 지친 시간 속에 너를 잊고. 다른 시선들은 상관없어. 오직 너를 위한 Milky Way. 오직 너를 위한 Milky Way. We're on the midnight road. I'll take it to your show. 지금이야 빛으로 가득 찬 wave. 우리만의 train, yeah. 이 순간을 넘어서 잘 시작되는 show. 끝이 아니야. 한계를 벗어날 way. 신비로운 way. 이 순간을 넘어서 내게 말해봐. 원하는 곳 어디든 데려갈 수 있으니. 누가 뭐라 해도 상관없어. 너는 단 하나의 Milky Way. 너는 단 하나의 Milky Way. We're on the midnight road. I'll take it to your show. 지금이야 빛으로 가득 찬 wave. 우리만의 train, yeah. 이 순간을 넘어서 잘 시작되는 show. 끝이 아니야. 한계를 벗어날 way. 신비로운 way. 이 순간을 넘어서. We're on the midnight run. Take it to the show. We're on the midnight run. I'll take it to your show. 지금이야 빛으로 가득 찬 wave. 우리만의 train, yeah. 이 순간을 넘어서. 이 순간을 넘어서. 이 순간을 넘어서. 한계를 벗어날 way. 신비로운 way. 이 순간을 넘어서.
This is my last full OT9 set and the last of the photo cards that I have to put in my binder. So as you can see, it took a long time. It's taking me like an hour just for these photo cards. And then it was like 30 minutes to take all that other stuff out and sleeve. Like, it took me a long time to take all these photo cards out of my other binder and sleeve them. Like, probably like at least like 2 hours, I want to say. I was watching a TV show, so like I could have gone faster, worked more efficiently, but yeah, I don't know. You see, I'm really particular, like all this stuff, like they all look good in here, but like they're all wearing like different outfits. Like obviously not all wearing different outfits, but like in Song of Jae and Rona wearing an outfit. And then like I don't know if Dawn's wearing the same outfit as the other ones, but Youngbin, Jewel, Taeyang, Huyoung, and Tony are all definitely wearing their summer breeze outfits. I feel like this is like the now or never outfit, but I don't know. I can't remember. This is from Also Only Meal. This is from their VR Virtual Play album. So, yes. So as you can see, working backwards, we have virtual play and then season's greetings, 2nd gen light stick photo cards, 4th fanship kit, photo book, photo cards, 3rd fanship kit. These are my photo cards from when I was in Korea. Turnover pre-order benefits and keynote. Turnover regular album. First collection glorious. The special history book. RPM. Sensuous and Narcissus. And then everything Mummy and Prior. So takes up a good amount of space. That would almost like fill a 1-inch binder. Obviously I have like a lot of space still, but I have to put in all the rest of the inclusions and everything. But I think I'm gonna take a pause for now because my phone is dying and it is getting close to 8 o'clock, so lighting's going down and I haven't ate dinner, so I'm hungry. So I'm gonna pause for now. I may or may not continue this tonight. Anywho, thanks for sticking through this far. We're almost there. It's a process. Okay, so I said I was going to do the rest of my inclusions in a little while after I ate dinner, but I finished filming them like many hours later and it's too long, so I'm actually going to stop this video here and I'll do a part 2 where I finish setting up my binder and everything. So, sorry to end it so abruptly, but I don't want this video to be like 2 hours long because I've been filming for like 4 hours for this. But yes. Anyways, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more content. And also make sure to be on the lookout for the part 2 of me setting up this binder. I'll link it down below in the description box once I have posted it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
Don't let it fall apart 의 모든 것을 간직해줘요 너의 곁에 Don't let it fall apart 한 하나라도 잊지 말아줘 nothing 너의 모든 조각들이 다 사라지면 뭐가 남을까 하나하나 잃어갈 때마다 하나 둘씩 떠나갈 때마다 커져 초조한 빈칸